All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. I want to give double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone that do rule well. Salutations to the men of the hopeful and sincere elect. This is Makazar from Trinidad camp. Just want to do all the edification for the elect's sake. And the name of this lesson would be fight the battle within first, then fight the battle without. All right, and what I mean by fight the battle within first, because we ourselves fighting an internal battle with ourselves. We fighting them demons that we plague in our minds on a daily basis, whereas we fighting against the outward elements, all right, things that are in the world. We fighting just to stay afloat in this world, all right. And when I say stay afloat in this world, just to keep our head out of the waters where we could see clearly to do the will of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. All right, there is a fight that we go through. So we're not only fighting an internal battle, we're also fighting an external battle. But the first battle that we have to fight, because even the great apostle Gabbar said, our greatest enemy is ourselves. So we had to fight that battle with ourselves. And they even show you that in movies where they show, for certain warriors to reach, a more profound level or a higher skill level, they first have to conquer themselves. All right, because truth and in fact, that is our greatest enemy. All right, but sometimes we tend to want to fight other people's battles and not take heed to our own, because the way we look at it is as though we already been made perfect. We running as though we already attained, and we're not in the kingdom yet. We're not immune to the, as the scripture said, none of the angels had he put in subjection the world to come. All right, and when you look at the word subjection, means to be under rule. So guess what? The things that we were put under subjection of the elements of this world means that we're not immune to Satan. So Satan could plague our minds. So we have to keep that in remembrance always. This is Amos chapter 5 verse 18. It says, "Woe to you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it to you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light." All right? So we don't know what our end will be. We are part of the hopefully elect. We're hoping that we could be saved. All right? We're hoping that we could be saved. Some of us will be saying that, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, and we in the kingdom, we're going to do this, and we're going to do that. Guess what? We don't even know what our end will be. Evidently, all Israel will be in the kingdom, but the scripture also said, "Blessed are they that make it into the marriage supper," that have part in the first resurrection. So we don't even know if we're going to be part of the first resurrection. So where we're thinking about, as the scripture said in Isaiah chapter 33 and verse 6, it says, "Thy heart shall meditate terror." Yes, true. All right? But we don't know if we we're going to be part of the ones that of the redeemed. So whereas we're thinking about, what we're going to do Esau and we're going to do this, first think about, preparing yourself to be accepted as a offering of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. All right? Fight that battle within first. Prepare yourself first. Get rid of your demons first. All right? I'm speaking to myself. You understand? And, if anybody, be touched by this video, unto you also. All right? Because I hope this lesson be edifying. You have to fight your demons first before you try to fight anyone else's. Stop trying to fix people's problems when you're not even fixing your own. All right? You have to fight your demons first. All right? This is the book of Matthew chapter 7 verse 1. It says, "Judge not that ye be not judged. For with what judgment ye judge, ye shall be judged. And with what measure ye mete, it shall be measured unto you again. And why beholdest the mote that is in your brother's eye, but consider not the beam that is in thy own eye?" And that is the main point. You're trying to fix everybody saying, feeling in the spirit that you're doing this, or you worrying about what our brother do, or what brother doing, or what he didn't do. All right? But you're not looking at your own self in the mirror. You're not looking at the man in the mirror and saying, how could I better this man? How could I make this man better? Because as the scripture says, there's one that teacheth and is profitable unto others, but not to himself. All right? You making others clean Just like the scribes and the Pharisees, they try and, what Yahushua said, all that they bid you do, or that they tell you do, but what they do, don't. All right? So you're doing everything to make someone else clean, but you're not making your own self clean. The scripture said to work out your own salvation with fear and trembling, because you have to work out first your own salvation and then fight. You know, how you gonna clean someone with filthy hands? You first have to make your hands clean, then clean someone else. This is how the cleaning process happens. So you have to, fight your demons first before you try to fight another brother's demons. Hence the reason Lord pushed through all these trials and tribulations. The reason we go through all these troubles is that when we overcome them, we could also show someone else how to overcome their situations that they go through. We have to conquer our demons first, fight our own battles first. All right? It says, thou hypocrite, first cast out the beam out of thine own eye, and then thou shalt see clearly to cast out the mote that is in thy brother's eye. Because we're not immune to Satan. All right? We're not immune to Satan. All right? This is the book of Romans, chapter 14, verse 22. It says, hast thou faith? Have it to thyself before Yahweh. Because that is another thing that a lot of us be lacking. All right? We talking about the time of Jacob's trouble and what we're going to do in Jacob's trouble, but we're not even thinking about what if we get caught up in the concentration camps. Going back to Amos chapter 5, 1-3, that desire the day of the Lord. You don't know what will be outcome in the day of the Lord. Some of us going to be caught in concentration camps, and some of us, going to be safe. But we don't know if we're going to be safe or be in the concentration camps. So while you constantly thinking about what you're going to be doing in Jacob's trouble, you not building up and strengthening your mind for the horrors that could be placed upon you. That you might have to be put to death for this word. And you're not increasing in faith and making your foundation firm in the Lord to, if it be possible to die for this truth. All right? You're not fighting your battles first. All right? You're not fighting the inner battles first. You're trying to fight an outward battle. Means that you're trying to think about what you're gonna do, however, it fight is in the near future, because the day is near. You're not thinking about, hey, if I get caught up, I will try to keep my, maintain my composure and not sell out, not deny the Lord. All right? Because that is an inward battle. That is an inward battle. If it says what? Has thou faith, have it to thyself before Yahweh. You have to make sure that you planted in this truth before you say, yeah, you ready. And guess what? When the days come, you're not ready. All right? You have to fight the inner battles first. It says, happy is he that condemneth not himself in that thing which he alloweth. All right? It says, and he that doubteth is damned if he eat it, because he eateth not of faith. For whatsoever is not of faith, it's sin. All right? So you got to have faith in yourself before Yahweh. Make sure that, when you say that you have faith in the Lord, that is sincere. That it really is, strong faith and hope in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and not just words that you utter. Because when the time of Jacob's trouble come, you start to quiver up, and you deny the Lord, and you say, nah, you wasn't a part of that, and you don't believe in the Lord anymore, because the scripture said they shall curse their God and their king. All right? You don't want to deny Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. So you gotta have full faith. All right? You gotta fight that battle within first. If you find that you're short on faith, stop trying to strengthen brothers when you can't even strengthen yourself. But try to strengthen yourself first. All right? Whatever demons, if you have a lazy demon, stop telling brothers that they're lazy when you have your own lazy demon. All right? Strengthen yourself first. Fight your inner battles first before you try to fight the outward battles. All right? This is the book of Revelation, chapter 3, verse 17. It says, because thou sayest, I am rich and increase with goods, and have need of nothing, and knowest not that thou art wretched and miserable and poor and blind and naked. So you don't even know you have these things because you're not examining yourself. You understand? Examine yourself. Before the day comes, examine yourself. Whether thou art in the faith. Alright? You have to examine yourself. Fight your battles first. Fight the inner battles. Purify yourself. Alright? Verse 18 says, I counsel thee to buy of me gold tried in the fire, that thou mayest be rich, and white raiment, that thou mayest be clothed, that the shame of thy nakedness do not appear, and anoint thy eyes with eye salve, that thou mayest see. So when you have that eye salve, you can see and know what you need to improve on. And when you improve the thing that you needed to improve, then you could help another brother improve because you know exactly how to help him. Alright? But how could you be, let's say you commit an adultery, but you trying to tell another brother, hey, don't commit adultery. That is why Yahweh said, thou hypocrite. Let's say you have a smoking demon, but you trying to tell another brother, hey, you're not supposed to be smoking. Then what is you really telling the brother? Because guess what? You can't swim, but then you trying to help another brother trying to save somebody else from drowning. Guess what? Both of you gonna drown. First learn how to swim and then go and be a lifeguard. Alright? This is the book of Luke. Luke chapter 22. I start at verse 40. It says, and when he was at the place, he said unto his disciples, pray that ye enter not into temptation. Alright? Pray that ye enter not into temptation. Those act big and tough and say, yeah, I'm strong, I could do this, I could do that. Nah. Yahweh Shai said, pray that you enter not into temptation. So when you pray, you ask the Lord for strength to accomplish anything that is set before you. You pray and ask the Lord, Lord, give me the strength to endure Jacob's trouble. Not, in Jacob's trouble, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. You pray and ask the Lord to give you the strength to endure. A lot of us pray that, for the Lord to remove certain tribulations from off of you now. Pray that you endure it so that it could strengthen you. Going on, verse 41, and he was withdrawn from them about a stone cast and kneeled down to pray and prayed, saying, Father, if thou be willing, remove this cup from me. Nevertheless, not my will, but thine be done. So Yahweh was afraid and he prayed and asked the Lord to remove the cup. But what he said, not according to my will, but thy will. You understand? But there's the next verse, says, and there appeared an angel unto him from heaven, strengthening him. So the angel didn't say, well, you know what? Hey, you're going to be freed. Now the angel probably told him, you know what? Gird up your loins because hey, you have to go through this for the elect's sake. You have to go through this for the others to be strong. And there's another thing. You have to think about the men under you. All right? You have to think, when you're in a situation, you have to think about the men under you to know that you have to be strong for them. So you have to fight your demons because you're not only fighting for yourself, you're fighting for the others that are around you. All right? So you have to fight your battles before you try to fight others. Try to fight other people's battles. All right? Strengthen yourself so that you could strengthen others. That's why Yahweh Shai said, thou told Peter, Satan is desired to sift you. But when thou art converted, strengthen thy brethren. So you have to be converted first. You have to strengthen yourself first before you could strengthen others. All right? Fight your battles first before you could help others fight their own battles. All right? There's the final precept here. It says 1 John chapter 3 verse 3. It says, and every man that had this hope, and where is the hope? The hope of salvation. All right? It says purify himself. So you have to purify himself. Even as he is pure, you have to purify yourself first. All right? You have to purify yourself that you could help purify the other Akim. All right? Learn to swim before you could be a lifeguard. You can't just run in the water and trying to save when you don't even know how to save yourself. All right? Fight your inner battles first. Get rid of your demons first. Strengthen yourself first. All right? This is what you need to do. Strengthen yourself first. And then you'll be able to strengthen others. All right? And that is how Yahweh Shai did it. Yahweh Shai when he showed us the way. He was first tempted and was able to show us how to be when we also are tempted. All right? So I hope it was edifying. I want to give all praises, honor and glory to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone that do rule well. All right? And this is a battle that we all go through. All right? We're gonna be, it's a constant fight. The fight is always within and without, but we have to learn to fight the inner battles first. All right? So salutations to the elect. And until next time, I say shalom.